Hi, welcome to I'm Powered by Love TV. My name is Josh here, back with our soul scopes. We are doing Virgo Decan 1, whose birthdays are from August 23rd to September 2nd. Of course, if you're here, you know your birthday, you know your Decan 3, so welcome in. Welcome to all my beautiful humans, beautiful people. We have these energies going from the 16th through the 31st, although a lot of this is moving, so we are gonna put this out early for you guys so you guys can get a jump start. So we're all excited, moving forward. Welcome. If this is your first time here, we do channel these from the Akashic records here. These are from your guides, your higher masters, ancestral beings, some crossed over loved ones here. I'm feeling already here you guys are in this crown zone right now and trying to move, so we're gonna get into that here in just a second as everything's kind of opening up to the channel. But they do want me to remind you, if you do subscribe and this does resonate with you too, make sure you click the bell so you can receive those notifications. That way you get your soul scope every time we drop it. As well as if you want a deeper, more personal, we have those stuff down below. We'll talk about more at the end here. Well, we're going to go ahead and get moving with our Virgos. Decan 1s specifically. This is about a connection to as we're going back and bringing in just the kind of energies at the crown and third eye. This is going back to a deeper self-love, reconnecting and grounding that higher consciousness down into your heart. As we've done a lot of groundwork, and they're proud of you guys for that, for making some strides. But to keep pushing, because you're starting to hear and you're starting to get these insights of who I am, how can I obtain this, how can I get this life. You're starting to ask these types of questions, and now you're trying to formulate a plan to get back in. And so I'm sitting here shuffling here, which are love tarot cards here, popped up again. We do love these, and I was working on these, just kind of getting, as we shuffle our decks all before and during, and I was kind of getting this moving, and one of them already popped out. And as we know, whatever comes to pop out here comes to show out here with our readings. We do a channel and then come back. But we're going to go back to just kind of the grounding down of the listening and the hearing. You are kind of at this. The reason I talk about the self-love and anchoring that down and getting into a deeper portion of that is to be able to discern who is the ego and who is our higher self, our intuitive guides, and those kind of messages that we're receiving. Because the ego likes to play tricks, and they sometimes kind of act as, like maybe you should do this and take a break, or kind of remember when you did this. And so the ego kind of has these sly messages, especially with you guys, because it's a lot of justification for you. So when you have one thought, it goes, yeah. It kind of agrees with you. It makes you, feel like, okay, this is right, person it goes. But a lot of the times, some of these decisions kind of just flow with the ego, and the ego starts to take control. And so when we begin to take a second and knowing who we are and recognizing, when we have this thought, would this help me grow? Would this help me in this area of the life that I'm thinking of, in my loving relationship life, which is, bringing our self-love so that way we can obtain this relationship that we're seeking right now. Some of us, especially in this time, we're seeing a lot of, people looking for love, trying to find the right one, or reconnecting, and so all these things are happening in this week, 2 weeks, man. We're going to go ahead and pull a little bit from here, so as we're getting deep into this. The first card here I'm going to talk about, before I even turn these over, I pulled three more actually. The first one is dedicated effort. This is the one that popped out, and I love this because it's painting the portrait of two just hugging, loving, and caring beings. And so this is where we're at. We're still painting our picture. We're moving towards, but as you can see in this, you're getting towards that end product of the self, of coming into the full self. So that's why I said, they were just saying here, done a lot of lower work. You need to work on now discerning the ego and the higher consciousness, and work on hearing and seeing and maybe doing a little bit more meditation, contemplating, and clarity at this point, to begin to battle and call out the ego when you know it is that. That helps quiet the voice. That helps eliminate those from coming in the future. So when you have a solid point or a solid insight, and nothing comes after that, and you're like, cool, yeah, that was it. That's what I should do. I love these next three for you. Healing begins. Just going back to what we were starting on. Love how it's focused right on the heart there. The love, the heart of love. Just opening it up. As you see, she's opening the curtain. This is opening up that heart to the higher awareness, to your higher conscious, and allowing that love and light to flow through. Because they're there and they're recognizing everything you're doing. And we're going to get into that in just a moment here about our guides and who's there. So we'll pull from that deck in a second, but I'm going to continue with these for you guys. So the healing is beginning in the higher aspects. And once we have that whole heart, whole self-love centered of, yeah, I love who I am, I love who I'm becoming, I'm ready, I'm willing to make these changes and start moving forward, and my effort is not going unnoticed. And these last two are beautiful outcomes of the power of after, and what you're going to see coming. So this first one here is we have well-deserved reward, standing on top of this solid foundation fortress of the self, glowing, and opportunity beckons. I love this because this is going back to the opportunity to reach that point, to hear and to get those intuitive messages constantly, to live in your records, as we call them, as they're called, excuse me. Your Akashic record. Everyone has the ability to read their own records. And when you are sitting in the seat of the self, of love of self, of I love who I am, I love who I've become, I don't allow myself to continue to talk myself down or deny myself from these aspects of my life. I've healed and I've understood and accepted and moved forward and broken down these lower barrier boundaries of not having enough. And now I know that I deserve these things because I have put in the work. I have done all these things. It seems like you guys have been moving and working for the last, all of this year, including last year, 2019. Started a little rocky in the beginning, and that's when you guys started your growth. And the opportunity beckons is just allowing and showing the manifestation powers that are going to be coming as we get in more alignment with our higher self. A loving being who you get insights from in dreams. They're saying dreams. They're saying people come into your lives a lot that teach you things. And there's some people in your life right now who are enlightening us on aspects of ourselves that we couldn't see before, that we decided to shut up. And you're starting to notice that you're opening up a little more. You're sitting with yourself more at this time. And now it's time to connect to the higher self, because they are waiting. They've always been with you, watching and waiting. Little tidbits here in dreams, mostly because that's the only way to reach you without you denying and allowing the ego to seep through. So you've probably had, they're telling me within the last 2 months, you've had some crazy dreams, back to back, some that were the same, some that were continued. This is for someone specific. Some that were continued dreams of a journey, of a battle, and you've been reluctant to speak on them, but you think on them all the time. You replay them when you're alone. These are prophetic quantum jump dreams. This is definitely for someone who's experienced astral projection and someone who's also experienced sleep paralysis. You do this quite often, and you are opening up to these higher, you're beginning on what we call, or what a lot of people call, and awakening. We like to call it as kind of a connection, just kind of obtaining that spiritual connection, and your higher chakras are activating. So you are stepping into your abilities, and it's a kind of scary time for you because you are unsure, but you just right now are thinking that's just a dream, but it felt so real, didn't it? It felt super real, like, oh, I lived that, like your sense of reality was shook when you woke up. You had to sit there for a second. So if that is you, please reach out. I've experienced those things a lot. Coached a lot of people dealing with those things as well, helping them kind of understand and work and develop that is what we kind of do. So that's definitely for someone specific here. You are of 20 to 22 is the age range. Now we're going to go into our guides, our keepers here. These are our keepers of the light. These are higher masters. A lot of these are guys that are talking in these energies that are around you at this time. They're going to help you in continuing to battle the ego, becoming and bringing it to awareness. That's again one of them. Another one popped out as you heard that. And allowing you to see yourself as this higher light. Boom. So the one that popped out here was karma releasing. Now this karma always has a weird connotation around it. This is not a bad thing. Obviously not, it's releasing. But this karma releasing is just the identity release. The thought of I'm just a person doing this. I'm just going to be doing this mundane, one job, or I'm just going to fit in and go along with my friends. This is releasing those energies. Started to, because you're experiencing a lot of these, heart awakenings and things happening and these changes in your life, and that's what Freya's coming out here for, phases and cycles. She actually wants me to read this, but I want to show you her first. With the crow and the moon and this new moon coming up here and the full moon at the end of the month, these energies and these intentions that you set of wanting to access and opening up and surrendering at this time and letting go of this karma release, letting go of this identity. She says, there is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. That's literally what I was just talking about. The illusion of the identity of being just this person who's just, I got parents, I was born, I went to high school, went to college, and now I'm just going to do this job. You've always had this deeper wanting to do something more, and you may have journaled about it, but a lot of it came in your dreams. And this is Lord Ganesh. This is the last guy who's going to be with you at this time. This is infinite abundance. This is allowing you to see, and when you get to that point of this higher consciousness self, this higher self, you hear that so much. Reach to your higher self, speak to your higher self. You will be able to manifest clear, manifest quickly, not have to worry about where finances are coming from. They're saying, you're going to be able to just let them take control as you begin to work and take these steps towards what you want, what your dreams are. It says right here, obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. They're going to support you because of your effort, your dedicated effort, and support you in your healing that we're doing, that we're reaching towards just dissolving of this karma about this identity that we're dealing with at this time. It's a personal identity. We're just going to continue to shed that and continue to love ourselves, even afterwards. Don't fear the unknown. Embrace it. Make the unknown known, as I always like to say. So I do want to thank you guys for tuning in here to our soul scopes here for our Virgo Decan ones. If this does resonate with you and you are that specific person that I was talking about here, that they did bring down and channel all that through, because I've been there, I've dealt with that, I understand how that feels. Please reach out to us. Email, comment down below, we'll comment back. I'm always checking those things and looking at it because I love to see you guys interacting and as we interact with you. So I'm going to be sending you guys love and light and a lot of little Reiki energy to keep you guys up and keep you moving. And down below, you check out our YouTube description. We did give you guys a exclusive YouTube link here for a reading, for a deeper personal reading. For the next 30 minutes, you get a discounted reading. One of our great Akashic record readers will help bring out your personal records and go through those. So again, here, I am powered by love. This is Josh sending you love and light, and I'm signing out.